I made it to Alaska. It's such a relief to finally be up here. I have a friend in Anchorage and he offered to take me backpacking, which is an incredible offer. I don't think I would be brave enough to go backpacking in the wilderness out here by myself. We backpacked on a section of the Iditarod Trail, crossing over Crow Pass. This was by far and away the most extreme backpacking trip I've ever been on. The trail was barely a trail most of the time, forcing us over rough, rocky terrain, through thick brush. There was evidence of bears everywhere, although we only saw one bear, but it was clear that there were many more lurking in the brush. We had to cross a wide river, and the insects, particularly the black biting flies, were absolutely ridiculous. But it wound up being an unforgettable trip.
They'll just land on me for a second and then just run away. So the bug spray definitely is working. It's still annoying because I feel them, but they're not like staying. What are you marking?
I just want to mark like where the wet part is now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in Whittier, Alaska today, and this place is pretty weird. I guess everyone in the town, or almost everyone, lives in the same like apartment building, and there's an old abandoned military building like kind of in the middle of the town. I don't know. It's $13 to get through the tunnel here. That's the other thing, is that this place is only accessible by a single lane tunnel that's also shared by rail, so you have to wait to get here. And oop, there's some more bear scat. Hey, bear. Wow, so I've been in Alaska for almost a month now, and I have 6 minutes of content to put on YouTube. Part of it is that I was visiting with a friend, but it's also just been really rainy and overcast, and I've had a lot of days where not a whole lot has been going on. I did get a spare tire for my van. I had been neglecting to do that. The one I had on there was at least 16 years old and not even the same size as the other tires. So I got a new spare, which is good. I'll definitely need that if I'm going to go to Tuktoyaktuk. And I also got my Starlink setup working well. It's a little funky up here in Alaska. There aren't as many satellites overhead, so I think with the dish being flat mounted, it struggles a little bit, because I've noticed that other people who have Starlink, their dish is pointing more towards the horizon, either north or south, which is kind of odd, but I guess if you look at the orbits, it makes sense. I don't really know. And then yeah, in the last week, I went hiking at Kenai Fjords National Park and Denali National Park. And I didn't film while I was there because I didn't have a permit to film. And some of you are probably surprised to hear that I need a permit to film in national parks. I was surprised to hear this too. There was a court decision in 2021 that created an exemption for small content creators like myself. Basically, if you're just 1 or 2 people with a tripod and a single camera, you don't need a permit to film in national parks. But I guess the waters have gotten kind of muddy since then. There have been multiple court decisions at multiple levels, and it actually depends which part of the country you're in, and it seems like the Supreme Court is going to have to get involved. And to be honest, I don't really understand any of it. But what that means is moving forward, I'm going to need to contact a national park before I get there, before I can film in the park, which is kind of a bummer. You're also supposed to send in a commercial filming application fee, which ranges between $200 and $300. But there's like a free speech exemption, and sorry, I really don't want to get into this. It's really weird. It basically means it's going to be very difficult for me to film in national parks moving forward. But anyways, I'm going somewhere that's not a national park today. We are driving the Denali Highway. Well, I think I'm gonna head for the border, but before I do that, I'm gonna do one last hike here in Alaska. There's supposed to be an ice cave up here, which would be pretty cool, but I actually heard from some people who just walked up the trail that they couldn't find it. So they said that it looks like it might have collapsed, which should be a huge bummer. I was going to see an ice cave in the Louie National Park, but that one also collapsed recently. Sun! It's the sun! Woo!